Coming up on Front Porch Politics, we are taking you on a road trip across America to take the temperature of the country after a chaotic summer of politics.
We will make America great again.
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
I accept your nomination.
14 states, including 5 battleground states in just 9 days. Stories of political intimidation in Pennsylvania.
Right before midnight, there's a pounding on my door.
Inspiration after an assassination attempt in Butler.
We have a life-size Trump sculpture.
Independent voters in Michigan.
I think often we all feel like we're voting for the lesser of evil.
And we meet dairy farmers in Wisconsin looking for help.
We haven't had a good year since 2014.
Later, small business owners you'll never forget in St. Louis.
That's why we call it ghetto sauce.
We even interview a voter at 3,000 feet in New Mexico.
It's probably as divisive as it's been since I've been alive.
Find out the mood of the country and the issues impacting their vote as we take Front Porch Politics across America. Welcome to Front Porch Politics across America. I'm Tim Boyum. This is the show that focuses on everyday Americans and communities rather than candidates and institutions. And we are taking the Great American Road Trip, starting here at the Statue of Liberty in New York City. And it's going to take us 9 days, we hope, but we're going to go across the country and end at the Santa Monica Pier in California. We're going to be going to battleground states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, and Arizona before we land in California, talking to them about the issues that are important to them after a chaotic summer of politics, with Joe Biden dropping out of the race, the assassination attempt against the former president, and then Kamala Harris becoming the nominee. Oh, and by the way, we're not just taking any ordinary car, we are taking an electric vehicle. It's been a huge part of the debate in America too. How soon or how fast should we transition to American vehicles? We'll talk about that a little later, but we have to get on the road. And who knows when we need our first charge. Let's get going. Our first stop will take us to the Philadelphia suburbs in about 2 hours. We rented a car like anyone else, and we landed on this Tesla Model 3. First things first, this trip is not meant to judge the EV industry, EV brands, or determine if long distances are easy or hard. This is one experience. I'm just curious myself and want to take you along for the ride to experience it. The future of electric vehicles finds itself squarely in the political crosshairs. In 2021, President Biden outlined a push for electric cars to represent half of all car sales by 2030. Currently, it's less than 10%. President Biden's policies don't ban gas vehicles, but put in place policies like tailpipe standards meant to boost EV production. Former President Donald Trump has called Biden's policies EV mandates. But since an endorsement by Elon Musk, his stance has softened.
And by the way, I'm a big fan of electric cars, and you know, it'll be a certain group of people that are going to want them where they travel short distances. I'm fine with it.
I interviewed Trump myself and asked for clarification. It was a day after he met with Tesla's Elon Musk.
And I've told Elon, not everybody wants to have an electric car. Some want to have hybrids, some want to have gas-powered cars, gasoline-powered cars. Not everybody wants the electric car.
With President Biden out of the race, in early October, Trump dropped an ad in Michigan against Vice President Harris.
Attention auto workers. Kamala Harris wants to end all gas-powered cars. Crazy, but true.
Harris quickly fought back at a Flint, Michigan rally.
And Michigan, let us be clear. Contrary to what my opponent is suggesting, I will never tell you what kind of car you have to drive.
As the war of words rages on, we've made it to the Philadelphia suburbs in time for our first pit stop.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, man.
It's fitting our first story finds itself on a front porch. A calm chat to talk about chaos in Matt McCaffrey's life.
I never anticipated when I started this crusade that I'd be sitting here with you.
Matt McCaffrey's been a Republican his entire life, but he's not a Donald Trump fan. McCaffrey, a combat veteran, voted for Trump in the 2016 primary, but not once since.
I mean, I read the tea leaves, and I was trying to convince folks that, listen, don't take it from me. Take it from the folks that served with him, the Jim Mattises of the world that say, this guy is a threat to democracy.
By 2020, he started speaking out publicly.
And I thought it was kind of a no-brainer for me and my fellow Republicans, like, we gotta move on.
Yet somehow, locally, he was still picked to lead the party.
It wasn't some cloak and dagger thing. It was my first meeting. I had said, like, I don't like the guy. You know, I was saying very disparaging things that I'll leave off camera in front of the whole group.
Fast forward to this year, and McCaffrey decided to go really public. This summer, a group called Republican Voters Against Trump called McCaffrey.
They asked me, they're like, hey, listen, Matt, would you like to write an op-ed and be on billboards and do this and do that? I said, yes, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I wrote the op-ed. It got published in the Philadelphia Inquirer, and that obviously caused a kerfuffle.
This time, not just pushing against Trump, but endorsing Kamala Harris.
What was the reaction? Because the Inquirer is obviously a massive newspaper that a lot of people read.
Yeah, 50-50, I guess. You know, a lot of positive, a lot of people, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. And then people that, you know, all kinds of things.
Big break from the party causing a stir in battleground Pennsylvania.
Then in August, he appeared on CNN.
I said that I would do my job as an elected committee person until 2026 with my message of we got to move away from Trump. Around midnight, right before midnight, there's a pounding on my door.
It was the police.
So down I went and opened the door, and they're like, come on outside. And there's a bunch of police officers with weapons drawn.
McCaffrey later found out it started with an anonymous email, and he was never charged with a crime.
From an email server from Switzerland that specializes in anonymity. And basically what the letter said was, it was allegedly from my wife, but they referred to her as my girlfriend, saying that my boyfriend has my daughter locked in the basement. He's got a gun to my head, and he's making me withdraw all of my money. Send help now.
By Monday, the local party unanimously voted to remove him from his leadership position. Instead of fear, the incident sparked further frustration, with the Trump movement making him more motivated than ever.
We tried it for 4 years. It just didn't work.
And just days after we met with McCaffrey, the Harris campaign released an ad featuring him.
All these billionaires are coming out of the woodwork to support Trump. Well, no they want their tax breaks.
The Harris campaign pushing hard for Republicans changing course, and every vote will count in Pennsylvania. Trump won by 0.72% in 2016 over Hillary Clinton, then Biden won by just 1.2% in 2020.
Really what it's going to come down to, in my opinion, is character. This is who you got. They are two polar opposite human beings. Which America do you want to live in?
And if you think, oh, he'll just become a Democrat, think again.
I'm a Republican. I believe in Republican values. I believe in standing up for the military, making sure that we support law enforcement, low taxes, common sense fiscal responsibility when it comes to the federal level. Pride in America, all that good stuff. That's what I really love about the Republican Party, and that's why I don't really want to leave.
Coming up, our journey continues to Butler, Pennsylvania. Then we head to Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin.